Continuation on Thanksgiving Day. We call this one gratitude. In fact, we're totally isolated, totally alone, just like you are. That's why there's nobody in the park today. There's a few kids playing over on the playground. Well, that's childprotectcoalition.com. You see, we were accused by Robert D. Rose a year after we showed he had endangered his own child with a video that was never shown in court, which is Cobb County TPO, very critical, 11.1.7683. And the same video was never shown in court, was said that it was a violation. And a 2-line LinkedIn email that we never sent was 10 years in prison. That's why they had us kidnapped on October 3rd, 2011, and we were in hell, never prison, only jail, illegally held by Raymond A. Jackson and Sally Q. Yates and Phoenix Harris, including our own family. They all said, we're not going to give you access to your lawyers, we're not going to call the FBI, we're not going to call the press. And the only value of the press, now that we have public broadcasting system worldwide, that's we're going to chop, literally chop every news media group back to public broadcasting system, because you own the radio, you own the TV. All you have to do is stop giving them money for ads and use FOIA.ONE as the open public marketing system, because we are the #1 world experts on digital marketing. We did that through CEOspace.net, which we're offering to buy, and that's tied directly to a single international constitution, solutionmanifesto.com, which combines every form of the best forms of government worldwide so that we, the people, manage all of our own affairs with a single Evote.one. Second is God's original 10 Commandments, which is also christdomain.org, the original. godspeople.online, God's Advocate. It's all about focusing on God's purpose for your life. And God's not going to bail you out. Neither is Jesus Christ going to return, because he hasn't in 2,000 years. That's why God sent Keith Brent Duncan from High Point, North Carolina, born 1-1958, August 15th-1, integrity of 100. That's the integrity rating that's never been done. So everyone now knows who is who. And we're watching the system around us. There's a lot of homeless people living in the park. In fact, there's homeless people living in your neighborhood. Who cause homelessness, poverty, and drug addictions? You, we, the people, are the ones who cause all the problems, because you're unwilling to take action and motivate yourself to take charge and to deal with your root problems, particularly run your own small businesses where you take first profits. Well, that's ProfitKeith.com is the ultimate role model. And bid on Keith.com. See, we were about to earn $10,000 per day on a legally binding enforced contract where we guaranteed 120% back if the client didn't receive millions of dollars of value in a short 8 to 10 hour period. And our forums are the same, $10,000 per forum. And no one's ever bid on us because they're so thinking about themselves, which is called self-gratification, greed, and it's built on envy of other people's assets, which is a crime, by the way. And they've legalized every crime in the world, called vice, sin, and crime. Name the bad thing that's happening around the world. Has it not been commercialized and made legal? Drink responsibly, have sex responsibly, do drugs responsibly, murder people responsibly. Well, in the Philippines, that's called extrajudicial killings. And that's how they get rid of the police officers first. And the police officers turn around with the military and get rid of the drug pushers and the human sex traffickers so they won't snitch on them. And the word snitch is actually an interesting word, as well as F-U-C-K. It's just letters, fornication under the consent of the king. These videos will obviously convince everybody. Host town hall forums of Peace Summit 2020, which is also 2022 and 2023. I've left everything behind. The value of Fortune1.org is in excess of $40 billion because we're the only group who control the other world billionaires of Giving, Pledge.space. Our direct phone number, two of them now, which is the backup, is 770-377-2106, and the second one is 725-200-7683. We're moving from Atlanta to Asheville, North Carolina as rapidly as possible, and we need everyone's help to recruit corporate executives that are retired or not retired, that are already wealthy. For them, it's not going to be the money, it's going to be the challenge of teaching our young people how to use technology that they become the world leaders, called elders, called mentors, called spenders. And that boils down to solutionhousing.org and solutiondrugs.com. Direct link there. Everything's linked together by the Foundation. Can I spell that out for you? TheMeta. Physics is PHYSICS.org and .foundation. You see, you have to spell things out for people, including Chris Carr. Right here in Atlanta is the Attorney General. See, we're going right back to the original jurisdiction, but it affects the entire world. No more President Putin. We're going to put him out. Same thing with Chinese Communist Party. Anyone who's incompetent, anyone who says they promise to do something and never fulfill their promises. Oh, that's a book that President Biden wrote 28 years ago called Promises to Keep. And the problem is nobody is helping anybody these days. It's all about self-serving interests and putting your face down in your cell phone, which, by the way, cell phones are what my company patented, the original technology called Pocket Bell in 1984 at BBL Industries. Then we went on to Rollins. We're still trying to get hold of directly with Gary and Pam Rollins of rpc.net, on lasertunnel.com, solutionsafewater.org, and particularly about, here it is, reinvestall.com, which is really profitshareholders.com. See, if you put money into any investment, you have the right to choose the leader, and you have the right to choose the direction of your company because it's your company. It's not theirs. It's never been them. They would never allow us to take away their authority. Well, who in hell gave them their authority? You did. Now, it might have been your grandparents and previous generations, but are you responsible for the sins of your father and your grandfather and generational things? No! You have to learn to stand on your own 2 feet and gain full-scale confidence to deal with your own local community problems, whatever that might be. That's called total decentralization, and it all goes back to Evote.one. 8 simple, complete, total replacement economic constitutional laws called due process of law. No more corrupt judges, no more appointed anyone, no more golden spoon syndrome. Do I need to spell that out, what that is? Only the elite can get ahead because they're the only ones that think they control the databases. And what's called common law is the biggest scam in world history, along with stock options. It's not constitutional law. It's not statutory law, which is passed by the lawmakers and approved now, ratified by every person in the world for local laws. All done with solutionjudge.com and Evote.one. In an open public society, no secrets, is 100% social justice forever. That means that we're going to combine all the law enforcement groups in the world, get rid of the CIA, the FBI, the Attorney General, Secret Service, Gestapo, get rid of all of them, and create one world law enforcement group that used to be Interpol. Oh yeah, we do have Interpol I forget what we called it. I think we called it Interpolice. And we go to departmentofsocialjustice.org. It's all about non-government organizations because everyone hates the word government. Everyone hates the word politics, and everyone, for some odd, bizarre reason, hates the word crime and prostitution and human trafficking and human sacrifice, called cannibalism, And they really hate the word martial law, but that's what's happening right now. Have you not watched the recent news? Apparently God sent us to be the observer. The number one overseer of all governments, all corporations worldwide, and just so you can get a full picture of who I am, my name is Keith Duncan. Call us immediately and provide us safe haven protection like we asked at Langley Air Force Base, September 25th, 2011, after Robert D. Rose cloned our routers and was cyber hacking us and was destroying every single one of our business transactions, including selling icstand.org in a negotiated contract that was worth $5 to $8 million per month. So the government, no, the criminals owe me more than $500 million. I obviously take this very personal. And my own brother, Douglas Vernon Duncan in Cary, North Carolina, who we gave to the FBI last night, again, but they won't let us in the freaking stupid building, which happens to be our building. It's not their building. They have no right not to have a public center where anyone can come in and report crimes directly and pass information over, because right now it's all about the gatekeepers and the public tip lines. Oh, we'll send you over to customer service so we can help you solve your problem. It's not our problem, it's their problem. We pay every single person in law enforcement agency to uphold the law, but really it's all about prevention. With Community Crime Watch, ccwguard.org is also one of our finest accomplishments to prevent crime in the first place. Funny things is, the most dangerous person in your community is a little old lady with binoculars and a cell phone who will literally call the neighbors when she sees something going wrong. Same for the old men. You see, the women are not being protected, neither are the orphans and the children. So we're going to create the strongest world communities of unocracy.org, called independent societies, where every community, birds of a feather, flock together, which apparently I'm the number one philosopher as well as psychologist with solutionmed.org and 5steps.life. It's all based on a perfected economic replacement, total economic replacement system. Everyone benefits. No more capitalism. People don't like the word communism and socialism, but communism, common, you get it? Common was common sharing of everything. And social means that everyone was social and knew who was who and shared collective, cooperatively, and collaboration with each other. No more wars once and forever. Call us directly. We're sick and tired of living like this on Social Security and giving plasma 160 times now. It's the only way that we survived Skid Row and finally got to Atlanta back in March of 2012, because people like Tom Hegg and Kyle Duncan, everybody refused to see the Cobb County restraining order, 11.1.71, and the big one is 11.1.7683. How odd that everyone's denying the rights of everybody else because they're just freaking unbelievably, criminally greedy. More than sufficient.